How was the bye week?
It was good. It was good. Was able to get home, see some Duke soccer and some Duke basketball, so it was good. It was good. We were 3-0 in the games I saw, so yeah.
You've been here before because the 25-23 game against Tampa on Monday night was a heck of a game for you and for the team. What did you learn from that, and what can we expect from you this week?
Yeah, I mean, I think when you look at that game, it was back and forth. It was a four-quarter game, like you said, down to the end, and we made plays, they made plays. I think when you look at it, there was a couple costly turnovers in the second half that hurt us, and you see how important those plays are in a game that goes down to the wire. So we got to do a good job protecting the football and making plays when they come. So there's things we'll be able to learn from how they played us and how they game planned, and then what we were able to do. So we'll certainly look to that game.
I know you don't play against Brady; he's not on the field at the same time. But for you, what does it mean to have this opportunity on Monday night, and how much do you embrace this moment?
Yeah, it's anytime you play these Monday night games, it's an opportunity for us, and you get up to play these games, and certainly a lot of respect for Tom Brady, what he's accomplished, how he's played the position for as long as he has. But like you said, we're playing against the Bucs defense and preparing to play against them. So yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Get Tom Brady every year. I guess it's a present for you, a gift.
I don't know, but yeah, it's like I said, a lot of respect and appreciation for what he's accomplished.
You also get Todd Bowles every year. How much different did you expect him to approach you than he did in previous matchups?
I think there's certain things that are part of their system, part of his system. So you see that carried over week to week. He's a great coach, and you can see going into each game, he has a little bit different of a game plan for each opponent, and for both the games we've played against them. So they'll be prepared, they'll be ready to go, and we've got to prepare based off what they've done this year and what they've done against us.
You've had a lot of memorable games against Tampa. I mean, your first start last year. I mean, do you like playing against them, or?
I think each game is different, and we've got to prepare for this game this week. And like I said, there's things we'll look to see how they prepared for us in the past. But beyond that, it's really about preparing for this team this week and getting ready to play our best.
When you're playing an explosive offense like the Bucs have, does that require you to be a little more aggressive as an offense?
I don't think so. I think, like I said, we're playing against their defense, and we'll look to execute what our game plan is going in against their defense, and trust our defense to play well and make their plays. So that's how we're thinking about it going in.
Daniel, they have some injuries on the defensive side of the ball, and I know the mantra is next man up, got to prepare for regardless of who's in there. But still, does that change anything in terms of how you might attack a defense if there's the guy in the middle is missing? I think Vea is going to be missing. The cornerbacks, I don't know if they're going to be playing. So does that kind of change your mindset going in?
Not really. I think we certainly study the personnel and know who it is. Know who the matchups are. The guys you're going against and what they're good at and how they play. So we'll factor that in. But I think when you talk about their defense and who they are as a system, as a scheme, they've got guys who can make plays and they play well together as a group. So we'll certainly prepare for that.
How aware are you that you haven't won a primetime game yet? I think the number is 0 for 7 so far. Is it something you recognize, you realize?
I really haven't thought about it, didn't realize it until recently. But, we're preparing for this week. Each game's different. Each game's a different opportunity. So, look to prepare for this one.
You do anything different though? You change anything up with like the routine or anything? Do you look at it that way, or you just look at it as sort of just unfortunate that's the kind of the way that it turned out?
Yeah, I don't think, I think each one of them, was a different game. We haven't won enough games here recently, period. So, we've got to, you look at whatever the situation is, we've got to look at this game individually and preparing for that game.
Daniel, you guys last few weeks have had some success keeping games close by executing like a patient offensive game plan. Is it a challenge to be patient running an offense as a quarterback? Like not trying to push it down the field, but knowing that the patient approach is the way that your team needs you to play?
Yeah, I think, that's, has a lot to do with the defense you're playing and how they're playing you, and what you're doing well as an offense. So, I think, understanding that, factoring that into your decision making and what you're trying to do with the ball in certain plays, I think that is a big part of playing the game, playing the position. So, we'll continue to do that, but look to take our opportunities when they're there.
How much did Saquon help in that regard? You might have Saquon back for this game.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously a dynamic player for us and someone who's capable of making a lot of those big explosive plays. So, I know he's working hard to get back. I can't speak on his status, but I know he's working hard.
What is it about the way Brady plays the quarterback position that has impressed you the most?
I think it's how consistent he is in his decision making. I think you talk about understanding what the defense is doing and making a good decision on where to go with the ball every single time, and how consistent he is with that, how well he understands that part, and how accurate he is when he throws it.
How hard to wrap your head around that? He's still playing at age 44, and he beat your Panthers to the Super Bowl. You were probably about 5 years old.
Yeah, I mean it's it's impressive to say the least, I think, and it's a huge says a lot about him and how he prepares himself to play the game, how he recovers, how he goes about his process. So certainly impressive.
How different is your offense when Saquon's your lead back versus Booker?
Like I said, I think he's a dynamic player and can do a lot of different things with the ball in his hands, throwing it to him, handing it to him. But I think Book's done a great job, and the time he's played and the opportunities he's gotten, I think he's really stepped up and played big for us. So, I think they both have different strengths and different things they bring to the table.
You ever sit back and say, hey, dream of the possibilities, man, if I could just have Saquon back. Kenny's now getting closer to full strength. Get Shep back and have everybody together and think about the possibilities of what you guys could do if everyone's on the field at the same time.
I think kind of as you prepare for each week, you're focused on the guys who are playing and what they do, kind of the game plan, depending on certain guys and who's going to be in what spots and how you see that working out in terms of what the defense is doing. So I think that's kind of how I'm focused on it. And I know the guys who are hurt are really working hard to get back.
How big of a piece was Andrew Thomas to what you guys were doing well before he got hurt?
Yeah, I think he was a big part of it and played really well for us before he had that injury and he's another guy like who's working hard to get back and Matt and Nate played great while he was down, but he's a great player and I know he's working hard to get back.
Do you think this team's in a position to make a run, Daniel?
I think we're certainly excited about where this team's going. I think we feel like we've improved week to week as a team, but right now our focus is on this week and making sure we're prepared to play the Bucs and play our best football on Monday night.